If everyone would take their seats, thank you. We're going to call the meeting to order and ask everyone to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Ms. Howard, would you give us a roll call, please?
Mayor Everett Jackson.
Present.
Councilmember Duncan Harrison.
Present.
Councilmember Phyllis Holly Ward.
Present.
Board President Denise Millington, absent. Board Member Joe Trueheart.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. The New Jersey Sunshine Law, the New Jersey Public Meeting Laws was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted on. On the rules of this act, the Trenton Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting by publicizing the date, time, and place, therefore posted in the Central Services Building, 108 North Clinton Avenue, City Clerk's Office, City Hall, and the Times. Anyone whose name is on the mailing list should receive a notice. Formal action may be taken at this meeting. So that we're all on the same page. This is the Board of Estimate meeting. Board of School Estimate meeting is for the purpose of approving the tax levy for the 2015-16 school year and capital projects budget for 2015-2016 school year. The Board of Education has also included 2 additional resolutions for approval. They are the Transportation for Safe Corridors, Monument to Gregory, and the tax levy increase for 2016-2017 school year. And we would ask that all business and all statements be made on the items that we will be discussing tonight. At this time, I would like to ask the superintendent to give us a brief overview. Oh, my apologies. Thank you very much. Getting ahead of myself. At this time, we're going to have public participation, and I do have a list. Not many names are on it, but I'd like to call up Naomi Johnson LaFleur. LaFleur. I got it. Push the rim.
Good evening, Mayor Jackson, City Council members, Superintendent Duran, and Board Member Trueheart, and also to the community, good evening. I am here to continue a conversation with regard to taking care of our most precious commodities, our students. As you know, this district has been underfunded by the city government for 20 years.
That's right.
That's why I have a sign that says $21.5 million in 1995 is not the same as $21.5 million in 2015.
That's right.
It is 2015. Since 1995, our fixed costs have multiplied and multiplied and multiplied.
That's right.
Since 1995, we've had several funding formulas by which local governments should set their budgets from the tax levy.
That's right.
For school districts. That has not been in the case of the city of Trenton.
That's right.
Mr. Mayor, we know that you're new on deck, but we do not need you to continue this sort of neglect of our children. We cannot put a rubber stamp on this practice because it is damaging our schools. We are asking that you, that city council members, that board members who will vote on this tax levy tonight approve the resolutions that the Trenton Board of Education is putting forward.
Yes.
These funds are needed.
Yes.
They are needed now.
Yes.
While the city is struggling, the city must recognize the priority of our students. We have to know that if we want our city to prosper, that our children must be educated. We prefer education over incarceration.
Yes.
And we know that if our children are not properly educated, we know where they will be.
That's right.
If we do not have the staff that's required to instruct our regular ed and special needs students, suspension rates go up.
That's right. That's right.
And when suspension rates go up, and we no longer have ISS teachers in the schools, that means we now have increased out-of-school suspensions. We do not need children roaming the streets during the days and getting into mischief. Therefore, we have to prioritize education
Yes, we do.
to keep down criminal activity in the city.
Yes.
We know that we're on the same page with that, but we have to be on the same page with the money too.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we're here this evening. And we certainly hope that if each of you, when you vote, vote for your child. Vote for Trenton Public Schools.
That's right.
Thank you.
We deserve better.
Thank you very much. Having no other speakers on my list, we're going to thank you for your comments. Having no other speakers on my sign-in sheet, we're going to move to the next item on the agenda, which is the budget discussion. And I'm going to ask now that Superintendent Duran will give us a brief overview of the 2015-2016 school budget. On the tax levy, yes, sir.
Yes, and good evening, or good afternoon, council members, board member, and Mayor Jackson. Tonight, we are here to, as has already been stated, to approve the tax levy for the 2015-16 year, but we've also added an additional resolution with hopes that you will support an increase of 2% for the 2016-17 school year. While we did our due diligence
That's right.
to close the shortfall,
Yes.
we had to make decisions that we did not want to make.
Right.
And while we attempted to ensure students were funded equitably regardless of which school they attended, but we attempted to make sure that the resources that touched our students were preserved as much as possible, we were not able to fully do everything we needed to do given not just the local, but the state aid as well. So tonight we're bringing that before you. The current 2015-16 is the $21 million, and then with the approval, a request for an additional 2%.
Yes.
The second thing that we're asking you tonight, as has been mentioned already, is a resolution to help fund Safe Corridor for our students that will be attending Gregory School that formerly attended the Monument School. We have students that are residing in the Monument catchment area, and due to the budget shortfall, we will be consolidating that school into Gregory School. And as such, students must travel through hazardous street conditions and cross over some very hazardous street areas. So we are asking for approval. Per the state, we're only given funding for transportation if it's over 2 miles for elementary students, and it's not over 2 miles, but it is something that we consider safety reasons. And so those are our two main things before us tonight in terms of the tax levy 2015-16, our request for support, and I thank you in advance. I know I will tell the public that Mayor Jackson has been very committed to working with us through this budget process, and in the 2015-16 difficulties that we've had, while he has not, just like myself, liked all the decisions we've had to make, has been an excellent partner, and I thank you for that. And I know that tonight our request for the 16-17 year that you share a lot of the same concerns that we do. And so I thank you in advance for that, Mayor Jackson and City Council members. If you have questions, I'll open it up right now to any questions about the tax levy or the resolution on transportation, or to our board member. If there are any questions.
Seeing no one raise their hand, we're going to then thank you very much, Mr. Superintendent. Move to our next item on the agenda. We'd like to call on Mr. Dwayne Mosley to give us an overview for the capital project budget.
Good evening, Mayor Jackson, council members, board members, Dr. Moran. I'm going to present to you the 2015-2016 proposed capital project list. I hope that you have it in front of you. I did put something in the back for my colleagues in the community if they wish to look along. Without going through the entire list, the State Department of Education does not fund or deems ineligible certain projects that are related to capital and maintenance projects in the district. Projects such as roof projects, repairs and replacements, sidewalks, curbings, things of that nature. Some asbestos projects that aren't typically tied to a specific one project. So we come to the city and ask for your assistance every year for additional funding to help us out with carrying out some of these projects. Again, I'm not going to go through each of them in detail, but the asbestos projects basically are unforeseen projects that typically when we're doing most of our work throughout the schools, a lot of our older buildings have asbestos-containing material within them. This allows us to do the abatement portion first and then carry out the project as needed. Some of the sidewalks and curbings, these are more so pertaining to the Trenton Central High School West facility. We're looking to expend a large portion of money this summer carrying out several projects there. The perimeter sidewalks and curbing around the school are in poor condition and certainly need to be addressed. I'll skip down to the parking lots. We're looking to address parking lots at the Rivera, Dunn, and Stokes schools. We've been sporadically addressing parking lots throughout the district as, over the course of the last couple of years. So we're looking to address these lots. These are a little worse off than some of the others. And finally, I'll touch on the last item, which is probably the largest of all, the Ziegler Warehouse. As you know, with the Trenton Central High School facility recently closing down, a large number of the materials and things that were in the high school had to be moved out. Certainly, the Ziegler Warehouse was a facility that we currently had as a district-owned property, and certainly was able to house most of the materials from the high school and some of the other things. So the roof is not in the best of shape. It's far beyond its useful life at this point. So we are looking to address the roof. It's a pretty large ticket item. So you can see the figure there with that, as well as the commissary building across the street, which currently our supplies are being housed in, as well as our garage and the food service. So they are some of the roofing projects that we're looking to address within that. And that pretty much, like I said, it's a pretty short list, but it's going to help out district-wide.
Thank you very much. Let me see if anyone on the board has any questions for you at this time.
Sir.
And I'll start from my left.
Not this time.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. At this time, we're going to move to our action items, and there's 4 before us tonight. We will move each one of those individually with a roll call. The first one will be resolution to adopt the 2015-16 tax levy. Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Eric Jackson,
Yes.
Councilmember Duncan Harrison Jr.,
Yes.
Councilmember Phyllis Howard Ward. Yes. Board President Denise Millington. Board Member Joe Trueheart.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you very much. We'll move to the next item, resolution to adopt the 2015-2016 capital project budget. We'll do a roll call, please.
Mayor Eric Jackson,
Yes.
Councilmember Duncan Harrison Jr.,
Yes.
Councilmember Phyllis Howard Ward. Yes. Board President Denise Millington.
Yes.
Board Member Joe Trueheart.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Next will be the resolution to fund safe corridors to school in 2015-2016. And we'll move by roll call, please.
Mayor Eric Jackson.
Yes.
Councilmember Duncan Harrison Jr.
Yes.
Councilmember Phyllis Holly Ward.
Yes.
Board President Denise Millington.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry, we can keep it just down a little bit so we can hear by the order again. Can you repeat the last one, please?
Sure. Board President Denise Millington.
Yes.
Board Member Joe Trueheart.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. And our final resolution for action tonight, resolution to increase the tax levy for 2016-2017.
Mayor Eric Jackson.
Yes.
Councilmember Duncan Harrison Jr.
Yes.
Councilmember Phyllis Holly Ward.
Yes.
Board President Denise Millington.
Yes.
Board Member Joe Trueheart.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you very much. Let me make one statement if I can, as your mayor. When these resolutions were presented, I believe to all of us, but specifically as your mayor, Ms. Naomi LaFleur, I hear you loud and clear, and I stand in agreement with you on the statement that you made. As a mayor, I do not want to sit and keep the same consistency of what's brought us to this day today and these problems that we had. My administration, and I believe the council, will work diligently and hard to make sure we pull ourselves out of this scenario, and we are committed to working with you every single day and with this superintendent and the administration. If there are no other comments from my colleagues, to the left, to the right, I'll move to take a motion to adjourn. The motion and second that we adjourn. Thank you all. Have a good night. Adjourn.